Hi, I'm Sosin Ma'am, Faculty of Anthropology for UPSC. I once again welcome you back to Anthro Times. This is that series which we have started to give you a walkthrough of Anthropology syllabus in UPSC. In the last video, we had a discussion about Chapter 2.5, wherein we had introduced to you the topic of kinship. In today's video, we are going to talk a bit more about this topic, that is kinship, with a special focus on the two terms, that is descent and alliance. In your personal life, you must have experienced kinship having different levels of importance. Kinship in general can be seen as that significant component of anybody's life, next only to the group such as the family. So in a way, sometimes we see that kinship, members of kinship, meaning our own relatives, are a little extension over whatever kind of family that we live in. With times changing, you must have experienced kinship becoming less or more important. In your own life, in this generation itself, you must have experienced certain kins becoming more important to you than certain other kinsmen. Now, when I'm talking about all this, I straight away would bring to you this topic of descent and alliance. By descent, what we mean is how an individual is connected to the relatives of the previous generations or ancestral generations. On the other hand, if we look at alliance, this is that term that explains the importance of how individuals come together in relationship through marriage. So, descent is a relationship that is through the bloodline, whereas alliance is a relationship that is established through marriage. When I'm speaking of this, in the discipline of anthropology, as the discipline grew, initially a lot of social anthropologists believed that descent has much more importance than alliance-based kins. But in this context, I have to talk about one thinker named Lévi-Strauss. Claude Lévi-Strauss, the French anthropologist, who had actually introduced a very interesting idea. He came up with a thought that was different from the conventional thought anthropologists had. He thought that marriage-based relatives are more important than bloodline-based relatives. I know it sounds interesting. So in that context, in your syllabus, you are going to study about alliance theories and descent theories. These and several other things are going to be a part of the subject that you are going to study under the topic of kinship. So you would be reading about how kinship is important, how kinship's importance is changing from time to time. As we have been doing the exercise of giving you the reference books, you can look for kinship as a social institution and social organization from the book of Lucy Meyer. She had written this book, Social Anthropology. That book is a very interesting one, though of course it is a second level of reference book. Primary books of reference would remain the same. You may perhaps follow Ember's Anthropology as a regular reference. See you soon with another video. Thank you so much.